Hi everyone, it's Adam here from Ads Productions with the full review of the DJI Mavic Pro drone. Included in the box is the drone itself, the controller, some power cables, as well as a manual and some other paperwork that you don't really care about. Let's start off with the controller. As you're paying $1,000+ for this device, when you first see the controller you might think, wow, this actually looks pretty cheap and tacky, to be honest. But then when you learn about the features, you are pleasantly surprised. For example, you can actually fly the drone 100% with the mobile device instead of using the controller built in, but you won't get half as many of the features. Just make sure you've downloaded DJI's firmware to the latest version. You don't want to be flying around this device in the sky with not up-to-date software, because that could cause problems with the tracking system, with the GPS. It's just not worth the risk, so just update the software, DJI's drone software, to the latest version and begin flying. You may also need to synchronize and calibrate the drone. All that involves though is just turning it 360 and then turning it 180 vertically, just so it knows its position on the Y and X axis so that it doesn't fly into a tree.
Down in Johnny. Whoa!
When I got this drone, I was so excited to start playing around with it and flying it everywhere. Luckily, it has what's called a beginner mode on it. This restricts the height that you can go to 30 meters. When I eventually decided to take it off of the vertical mode limitation of 30 meters, which was beginner mode, I then flew up to 120 meters. And I can safely say there's just something about the first time you fly it to its maximum capacity, about flying this very expensive drone in the middle of the sky. It's a damn fun but scary feeling at the same time. So just fly with caution, and I'm sure you will love this device. There is actually a switch on the drone itself in order to fly purely from your smartphone via the drone's Wi-Fi built in, or you can fly with the controller, which gives it additional functionality. When taken off beginner mode and allowed to fly with maximum capacity, you can fly up to 4.3 miles away, and the video streams to the phone at 1080p. There are toggles on the controller which allow you to change the position of the camera to get a bird's eye shot or just a straightforward shot. Completely up to you. It does take a bit of getting used to work out how smooth that you can move the camera as well as change the camera's positioning, but once you get that sweet spot, you're going to be loving this drone and taking Casey Neistat style panoramic views of your local town or city. There is also a scroll wheel on the controller that allows you to adjust the exposure level. That means if the shot is too dark for you, you can go ahead and brighten it up, and vice versa. The first few times that you try and connect your phone to the controller, it is slightly awkward because it doesn't really grip your phone solidly. You have to almost find that sweet spot for the left and right grips to hold it in place. It may also help to remove any phone covers that you have attached to your phone that may alter the stock size. You don't just have to take video with the drone, you can also take photos as well. On the left and right hand sides of the controller are quick buttons allowing you to snap that picture when you see a good picture, or record that bit of footage just when you need to, simply by hitting a button. So it's your third or fourth flight on this drone, you've taken it off the beginner mode, you think, hey, let's fly it a bit further than I normally would. You do that, and then all of a sudden that dreaded moment happens. The controller and the drone are no longer talking to each other. That means you've got a drone in the air 120 meters away and you don't have any control of it. Luckily, it has a return to home feature and a safety mechanism built in so that it will fly back to the exact coordinate that you're standing on and land absolutely safely. It's very, 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 very close to being a foolproof device. One of the biggest selling factors of this drone is that it's so damn small. Unlike the Phantom 4s, the Phantom 3s, the Inspire 1s, it's very, very small. It folds down and can be put into a backpack and you'll never know it's there, it's that lightweight. When you think of a drone and when you think of lightweight and low form factor, normally you think, hey, hold on a minute, how is it going to handle high winds? Well, I can tell you for certain, I flew this near beaches, I flew this at quite high altitudes on top of hills where it was quite windy, and it gives you a message on the controller to say, high wind speeds if it thinks it can't handle it. But I've been out in some pretty windy situations and it's remained rock solid and steady and able to give me those perfect shots. If we're talking about speed, you're going to get around 40 miles per hour at max with this drone. As I said previously as well, you also get up to 120 meters of height. You're looking around 20 to 25 minutes of flight time after a full charge, and it takes around an hour or so to fully charge, which for a device that shoots 4K video and it being able to stay in the air for 20 minutes while it does this, that's pretty impressive. A very handy feature of this power block is that it contains 2 USB ports. This is so you can charge the controller, your smartphone and the drone's battery all at once, so when you're ready to fly, it's ready to fly. A feature of this drone I haven't really covered and I won't be covering just because it's a lone sample and I don't want to accidentally crash it, is the follow me mode. This is where you can point it at yourself and have it follow you as you walk around. This video clip here is the only clip of the demo that I have for this follow me mode, so if you want to know more about it I suggest you go on YouTube. There's loads of videos already. Apologies for this, it's just the way it goes really with review samples and not wanting to break stuff. Overall then, this drone is a fairly pricey, very powerful drone that doesn't do particularly well in low light, but aside from all that, what an incredible device this really is. The images and video that you get to capture really do justify the price point. The moment you see the images and the video that you capture with this thing is the moment you realise I have made the right decision. This device is totally kick-ass. Thank you very much for watching. This has been Adam from Ads Productions with the review of the DJI Mavic Pro drone.